What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is the Humble Lector, and today we are going to review the X-Men retro set. And the first one here that we have is the Marvel's Avalanche. So into this video, what you're going to do, of course, is to check out the figure in detail, go through the articulation, and of course go and see how it fares with the other X-Men figures. And also I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinion at the end of the video. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start off here with the packaging, and I am a fan of this kind of retro packaging. I do like the plastic shell on the front and also that kind of a retro, super retro feel when it comes to the whole packaging here. It looks like a comic book, like how it used to be back in the 90s, and I really do like, and I'm actually right interested with this Avalanche character. And of course, if we go on to the back here, we have the product image on the top, and we also have the other figures from this set, from this amazing set. And of course, having a closer look here, it says Brotherhood of Mutants veteran Avalanche can generate powerful seismic waves from his hands. So alright, so now let's just unbox this bad boy up. Okay, so here we have the first look on the Avalanche, and I gotta say it looks alright, I would say. But before we go any further, let us just check out the accessories. When it comes to accessories, there is two pairs of hands over here. We have the closed fisted hands, and we also have the grabbing hands as well. Alright, so here we're gonna go back to Avalanche the figure, and as a figure itself, I wouldn't say it's that bad. I do see this figure being one of the figure that isn't the most attractive from this whole set, because if you have to buy the whole set, I think this is the first figure that most people would sell anyway, because it doesn't really have a lot when it comes to accessories. And as a figure itself, I mean, the character is really interesting. It's one of the major characters that I grew up reading with when I started to read X-Men comics. And yes, I do have a fondness for Avalanche, but I do see people not having it. But because if you look at the figure itself, the face here looks very plain. It looks nice. I like the eyes and the lips here. It does pull it off, and also the helmet does look alright. And if you look at the suit as well, it does have a bit of marbling around him, but of course it's a shiny suit, so you know, he kind of pulls it off, and it's a more of a really classic feel of the Avalanche figure. But if you look at the face, like I mentioned, it looks very, very plain. There isn't like a war cry, like rah, or like, you know, him doing some other stuff, or there isn't any other accessories that comes with him, like maybe a rock or like some other things like I have back here. So that is quite disappointing in that sense. We only have the extra pair of hands. Of course, looking at the figure itself, it looks alright. I think this is still using an older body mold, but it does feel quite gummy, I would say. It feels a bit kind of hard to move him around. It feels a little bit soft in terms of the material. And of course, if we go on to the bottom here, we do have the legs, which does have the boots on him. So there's a little bit of some effort here compared to some other X-Men figures that we have had in the past, like the Age of Apocalypse Cyclops, which was very, very plain. And also it does have the same one here as with the hands and the arms here. So it does have that gloves that goes up to him. And then of course, if you see his belt here, I think it does give you a good amount of details. Not the best, but a good amount of details in terms of his suit over here. So looking at the figure, there isn't really much to say about this because it is a pretty plain figure, and it isn't too bad, and it isn't that great either. And now I'm going to go through the articulation on this. So just looking at the figure, it can only tilt the head upwards this much, but it can go down this much here, so it's hindered by the helmet. In terms of the tilting motion, you do have some tilting here, and of course you can rotate it as much as you want. Going on to the arms here, you can go about almost 360 degrees, but it is hindered by the shoulder pads. And in terms of the spreading out, you can spread out this much, which isn't too bad at all. You do have some nice bicep swivel. You do have your double jointed elbows, which goes in this much. Again, it's hindered by the gloves on him, and also you do have some nice hinges on the wrist, so you can rotate it here, and you can go up this much, and you can go down this much as well. Going on to the torso, we do have a ab crunch that goes around here, and you can go all the way back like this. And also you do have waist swivel, waist rotation, and it doesn't hinder the belt here because it is just right above it. Going on to the thighs here, you can go forward and spread out this much, and you can kick forward here. So pretty good. And also it does have your upper thigh swivel. You do have your double jointed knees, which goes back this much. Again, hindered by the boots. And going on to the calf, there isn't much to it, but you do have some nice sweet rotation here, but it is again hindered by the boots. And you do have nice ankle pivots over here, up and down, and also sideways movement. And measuring out this figure, it does stand in at about the 6.5-inch mark. And here he is next to the leader of the Brotherhood of Mutants, Magneto. And I gotta say, I think this one looks alright over here. And of course, if you guys want to complete that set, you can do it with the Avalanche figure. Just to show you guys, this is also next to the Retro Apocalypse figure. And I gotta say, it actually looks alright next to it. And of course, it is definitely smaller compared to Apocalypse. So there we have it with the Avalanche figure. And in terms of rating, I think I would give this just a 5 out of 10. It is an average figure. There isn't much to it at all. I mean, if you guys are into a lot of your X-Men villains, I think this of course would help you to complete that. But other than that, I don't think a lot of people are fans of Avalanche anyway. And in case if you guys are looking for a nice figure, maybe to kit bash or whatever you want to do with your figures, I don't think it's going to be this figure at all. I mean, it is an average figure. It does have decent joints, decent artwork, decent sculpting. So yes, I'm going to give it a average score. So of course, these are just my thoughts and my opinion. Do leave yours in the comment section down below. Of course, if you did enjoy this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. And also do follow me on my socials at Instagram at the Humble Lecter. So that is it. This is the Humble Lecter. I will see you guys in the next one.